Well, how do you like that headline? That's officially called clickbait. Lesko grant service exposed as a scam. Everybody's trying to do that to me, tell you the truth. So I'll do it to me, myself. I've been doing this for 50 years, so it's not new when people say that. And I've never been in trouble for anything I've done as a business. Because the thing is, even if you think I'm a scam, I refund your money no matter what. So if you ever buy anything from me, and that's what the scammers are. The scammers are people that giving you false hope, and then they steal your money. And if you ask it for it back, you never get it because they have you sign something and you had to fill out all these forms. Some of them said, "Oh, you have to make 18 phone calls and all that kind of stuff." Man, if everything I sell you is not good for you, I don't want to be there. It's sort of like a date, that we don't want to waste each other's time if we're doing that. And that's why, I can't say everything when I do an ad or something like that. And certainly I'm going to show you the benefits of something, not the downside. I often thought of, they don't sell books like diet books. They don't say, well, listen, here, you're going to do this for like 6-8 months, and it's going to take a lot of work, and every day you're going to have to do this, and yada, 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 yada. It may work, it may not. Or do they come out and say, thinner thighs in 30 days? And that was a real book back in the 80s or 90s or something like that. And that's how you market. And I think, that's not fair, but to market is expensive. So that's why you have to do the things that attract people. That's what marketing is about, and that's what America does probably better than anybody else. That's why we get scammed, because people don't give them back the money if they don't fulfill a promise. And if you think I promised you get money, and I can't promise anybody's going to get money, only the government can. They're the ones that give out the money. I could promise that the programs are real. And you have to follow the instructions at each program. That's it. There's no shortcut of that. So if you have another place to get money, fine. But there's so many people in this country that need help. We have the largest percentage of poor people in America than any other developed country. And that's what keeps me going in this work, is that I know people need it. I know they need help. Here's just the most disturbing chart in America is this chart shows, this is from the Organization of Economic and Cooperation and Development, OECD. All the room one in the percentage of poor people. We have 17.2% of our population is poor, and it's growing every day. We're also growing millionaires. So we have more poor people here. It started out, do I have it right now? I've got it upside down. 90% of us back in 1980 was taking advantage of 70% of all the money that was created. And the top 10% got 30% of the money. Okay, so 90% of the people, the bottom 90%, got 70% of the money. Now, that was in 1980. Now that's down to about 55%. So 90% of us are losing a share of the pie. Okay, the top 10% is gaining a share of the pie. Okay, and that's what I'm trying to help that out. And that's why people are angry and things like that. And they see everybody else there's a whole cadre of people getting rich as hell, and everybody else, can't pay the bills. So I want to show you all the help that's available to do that, and the help that's not in Google. Because what you have to realize is that Google is just for selling you stuff. Everything there, that's capitalism. Now I got another chart here. Here it is. Okay, this is the percentage of our economy that is capitalism and the percentage of our economy that gives away free money. So this is the free money economy. Okay, and we don't know how to use it. We don't train people how to use it. The rich people know how. That's why all the billionaires are down in Washington today, because they know the best source of money is the government. Okay, everybody else uses the, Google and that's capitalism. Everything in Google you have to give money to. So if you don't have money, you have to stay out of Google and get into the free money society or economy. So that economy you have to learn how to use, and that's nobody's ever taught you, and so it's going to be interesting and different and new, and that's what we do. And what I want to talk to you about is here. Go watch this video. There's a young fella. I've never talked to him or whatever. He did a great video on my life. I know, I don't know how the hell to put all this together. It's incredible. It's about 15 minutes or so, and the title is The Question Mark Guy Who Wasn't Technically a Scammer. But it goes through everything I do, why, and more importantly, in there are 240 comments of people who bought my books, people who explained what I'm doing and things like that, and why I'm not a scam. There's some people, a few that bought the book and didn't get the money, and that's going to happen. I can't promise everybody's going to get money. I can only promise that these are real. And it hurts my heart, actually, to think that people can get help from these programs and don't know it. And we live in a country now where people are struggling financially so much, and they don't know how to use the system. And the system isn't Google. See, that's all we learn to do is to spend money on Google. And you can't do that because if you have money, that's great. Okay, then you Google your heart out. But if you don't have money, you can't use Google, please. And that's what. And if you look at those comments, I mean, 250 comments, and none of them are ex-wives. Yes, I've been doing it for quite a while, 50 years. But the comments to me are to see what this happens. That's what I like in Lesko Help. We got people telling us every day, how well it's done for them. I mean, here's a letter here just got, in Lesko Help. I would like to tell people in Illinois to call the HUD number for questions. I finally became proactive and called on Thursday, and I reached the call center. I was pleasantly surprised when I had a very nice lady that took all the time I needed to get information on the program. It's called the 203 program, a home repair program. And I wholly understand where Mr. Lesko says to call. If I hadn't called, I wouldn't have known that this lady said there were grants. I never even asked about grants. I just, I did what Mr. Lesko advised and just said I was looking for help. She went into a great deal about the information available, and she emailed me information so I could follow along on her instructions on how to apply. So if you pick up the phone, they can help you. She even told me that in November, you could get a grant for $35,000. Then in December, it will increase to $75,000. So I really can't get down to, and he says at the end, call, and make sure you thank Mr. Lesko. I mean, that's just the nicest thing that could happen in your life. And some of these comments that they have in the video here. Now, to find this in YouTube, you could put the question mark guy wasn't technically a scammer. And that's the thumbnail for it. So the question mark guy who wasn't technically a scammer is the name of it. And here are the 240 comments on here. One says, I got a $1,000 small business grant from one of his books, which I bought in a thrift store. It made such a difference. We bought the much needed tools with the money. That business is still going strong, and now we have a second one. See, I mean, if I know a phone number, a website that can help somebody like that, I have nothing better to do with my life than to do that every day, every second if I can. And I'm going to try to do that. And I'm 81 now, and I figure I have 10, 20 years to, no, not 20, maybe 10, 12 years. Okay, I was a broke student at the time when I saw Lesko's commercials. I reached out to him and he actually sent me a resource book for free. It was super helpful, and I have only good things to say about my experience with him. I actually reading up on him really, so I'm happy to have a video pop up on my feed. I met Matthew Lesko at Burning Man. You ever been to Burning Man? No way is he a scammer. He had a job. He had a job that gave him knowledge about the government programs and used it to his advantage. He's a good guy. Here, read his book, Information and Leverage, many years ago. It saved me time, money, and considerable aggravation. In fact, I recently got my documents from the SBA regarding some home improvement grants for my disabled mother and my son. The reason, the fact in town they live is rural, and the rural appliances regardless. Oh, good, wonderful. This guy is a hero. Those government programs are in place for a reason, and if he is able to help anyone get aid they're qualified for, then that's awesome in my book. My dad bought the book. This is another person. He actually got 3 grants for in Alaska, a total of $25,000 altogether. I remember listening to my dad talk to Lesko on the phone. He was super nice and helpful. I think I can appreciate Lesko was doing. I think we all appreciate that Lesko isn't doing anything illegal. He wasn't scamming anyone, just committing the same lies of admission and all advertising does. Yes, I can't say everything in 1 minute. So the help is out there. People need to know where to go, and that's why what we do now in Lesko Help is help you one-on-one, unlimited. And it's not me. I couldn't do this. And now we have a special offer for only $1. You could join us at Lesko Help. Now we have 15,000 members in our community that help each other get government grants. 15,000 of them, okay? So that's why if you join, then you get one-on-one help. And now you can join for $1. $1. You know, you can join us for $1, and you can get 5 days of free help, unlimited help for $1. Like now, I'm live on the website, and today we'll have 3 or 4 hours of members that are available on Zoom calls. So that's Lesko Dollar, Lesko dollar. Okay, so leskodollar.com until the 25th. So you have 2 more days to apply to leskodollar.com. Okay, leskodollar.com. And you get 5 days of unlimited one-on-one help to apply to every grant you're eligible for. Okay, and they're giving out more grants this year than ever before. Trump is going to give out $1,000 more to each adult than Biden did. That's right, just in the first year, $1,000 more, because it's already baked in the system. When Trump talks about doing stuff, it's not going to affect you getting money from the government. All those programs are baked in the system. You don't have to worry about what he's talking about, because what he's talking about is really, it may change the government in years from now. By the next 2 years, the programs that will help you will not change, okay? I'm looking for help for grants to buy a home Ashley, I just put in the chat, there's a item number 7 in the Lesko Meta Grant report, and you start down there, you have it there, in the Lesko Meta Grant report, and you see 8 organizations, nonprofit organizations, where you live. Do not go to Google. Google is just going to screw you up. Now, you don't want to go to Google. You want to go to the nonprofit organizations. That's the free money economy. Nonprofit and government offices. So I give you 8 of them, I think, or 9 now. 9 of them in your city that help you buy a house and show you the programs. Okay, the first thing you want to do, though, is go to hud.gov, hud.gov/counseling. hud.gov/counseling. Okay, so you want to do that. Okay, now, see what's happening now this year, in 2025, where is that? Uh, yeah, 2025. So $4.8 trillion is going to be given in cash to people. Okay, that's how much cash to individuals. And that averages out to 18,776 per adult, or 57,642, is that, I'm reading it backwards, for every family. It's just an average. It's all over. I mean, it's 40% of our whole economy is giving out free money and help. 40%. But you don't know that. All you know about is the capitalism society that makes you pay for everything. And that's a good, I mean, capitalism's not bad. It's working, it'll work a lot of places. But it doesn't work for everything, And that's why you have trouble that we as a society decided we're going to give out this money. So it's there. And the rich people know that. And the rich people are first in line to get all this stuff. You know that. You've seen it now. Well, why is every billionaire, following Trump around every minute? Because they know it's easier to get $1 billion from the government than to find another a great idea. It's a lot easier than trying to figure out how to provide something of usefulness to our society that will make you money, as opposed to just going to government and getting money. But you're not there for that. You have problems to contribute to society. See, this is it. How do we help people to contribute and increase their earning potential, solve their financial problems, because that makes you sick. If you have debt problems and all that kind of stuff, that's mental illness. And it's going to grow into big mental illness if you don't take care of it. And it's easier to just try to forget it because you don't know what to do with it. Don't do that, because that's just going to make it worse. And because it builds up in your head, and you'll get worser and worser and worser. You don't want to get worser. You want to do something. You don't have to know what is perfect to do. You just have to do something. And that's easy to do because there's so much free help to do that. So any kind a problem you have financially, the first thing you want to do is make an appointment with a free financial counselor. And you do that by HUD.gov/ and then counseling. Okay. Now, for some reason, and you could call 3, 4, 5, 6. You got a dozen, 2 dozen in your area, and make an appointment. They're all free. I'm going to do that. Good, have you? Okay. And if that doesn't help, then go to findhelp.org. Now, this is it. Now, if you remember or not, these are not secrets. Okay. I'm only going to give you places that give you money. I'm never going to give you websites to ask for money. Findhelp.org and put in financial counseling. So in addition to the HUD counseling, you'll find dozen to the, okay, somebody give me a phone, I think I got it. Somebody gave me oh, here, okay, a zip code, 11937. Okay, I'm gonna go to findhelp.org now. Findhelp.org, okay. I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna put in that zip code, I forget who that is. That's a member, 937, okay. Okay, so after you went to HUD.gov, and maybe they didn't help you or provide the help you needed or something like that. So you go to findhelp.org, put in your zip code, and then put in financial counseling. 670 in that one zip code. Okay, that's where you're in Connecticut or somewhere like that. Newport, Rhode Island, Providence, 670 free organizations that help you with financial counseling. Man, and you say, oh, I don't know what to, oh, you're right. I mean, you won't know which ones of those are for you. You have to start calling and call any of them because they'll point you toward the ones that are really for you. So you call one, they may be for you, may not be for you. But if they're not for you, they're most likely be able to point you to the ones that are for you. Okay? So please, please, please call. Please, please, please call and see if they could help you. If they can't, ask them, where to go to help. Okay? And that's what it is. You have to keep in the game and trying places. You don't get anything by hoping to get some magic bullet. You don't even know what it is. I don't. And I've been studying this for 50 years, excuse me. It changes so often. That's why you have to get out there and talk to people who are in the business of solving problems like yours. Okay, so you have to get out and talk to these people. They'll never charge you money, so you are in good hands. Sure, you got assholes all over. You may get beat up a little bit, but your life you're going to do that anyway. And if you do nothing, you're going to die from inside out, because that'll overtake your insides, and that will cause more illness than anything. Worry is just terrible, and it'll cause health problems that you don't need. And that's so important that you take care of those, and anything you need like that. See, I believe anything. Now here, for people who are watching, okay, again, where was that? Lesko Dollar. Okay, right now, if you want to learn more about how to do this and get a lot of free help on how to do this, leskodollar.com. Until tomorrow, this is the 24th, I forget, in 2 more days. Is the deadline, and it'll be $20. So now for $1, you could try us, and we'll do that and help you unlimited. You have to attend the workshops, are for free, ask questions for free, and then if you become a regular member, then you could apply for our grants. We give $50,000 to $50,000 to $70,000 of free money every month. $50,000 to $75,000 of free money every month, okay? And that's important to do, okay? So make sure, this is $1. All it's going to take for $1. And if you don't like us, we'll give you your $1 back. This is why I am not a scam. So just please let us help you. If you don't, or help yourself, just go to findhelp.org. Put in financial counseling, and look at that. 670 nonprofit organizations. These are like the Maytag repairmen, if you remember that old commercial, and you probably don't. Most of the people who saw that are dead by now. Because I'm 81, so I'm close to that. But it's there. I have a dream to become a tailor and do a clothing line. How can I do that? Yes, that's easy, okay? I don't even want a lot of money. No, okay. I mean, what you want to do, if you want to do something like that, you have to go to get help to see how that can be done. So you want to get somebody to sit down with you and brainstorm about being that. If you want to work for somebody, you want to have your own tailor shop or whatever. There's 2 places I would go. I would go to careeronestop.org, careeronestop.org, put in your zip code, and then make an appointment with the local counselor, career counselor, to learn about training programs to become an entrepreneur or to learn your skill that you want. They have training programs. They pay for these things, okay? So that's one place to do it. The other place is to go to sba.gov/local-assistance, sba.gov/local-assistance, okay? You go to that website, put in your zip code, and then you'll find 6 to 10 to 12 nonprofit organizations that help you create any kind of idea to make money, okay? They'll do that. It's a small business, it's a nonprofit, it's an invention or anything. You call them up and make an appointment to talk with them, okay? And if you want our help, leskodollar.com, just for 2 more days. You can join us for $1 and get 5 days for free. And then after that, it's $20 at leskohelp.com. But leskodollar.com be available for 2 more days to sign up and get 5 days of unlimited free help to start applying to every grant you're eligible for. Now, it's going to take some work on your part, and I don't guarantee that'll be, but I guarantee you won't get any free money from Google. Yeah, and I guarantee that every program I send you is a real program that gives out money. But it's more than money. It's help. It's people that sit down with you for free and help you think through your idea and show you what's good or bad about it. And that's the important. What's the rest of SBA? Lesko, SBA.gov, G-O-V, and then local dash assistance, all small letters. Okay. After SBA.gov, you put local dash assistance. SBA.gov, then you put local dash assistance, and all small letters. I put them capital just so you know what the letter is. Okay, I got to do a podcast soon, guys. I may even stream it while you can snoop in on us. So maybe stay around on YouTube and you see me on the podcast, okay? But I'm not positive. Sometimes that doesn't work. Okay. Well, have fun, guys. See you tomorrow. 2 more days to go to leskodollar.com. Leskodollar.com. $1, 5 days.